Okay, ran it around the yard about, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes. Man, that little bastard's fun. That's a cool little ATV. It was really. Now, one thing for sure, the low end torque on it is crap. Because from what I understand, this isn't an automatic transmission. It's not like the name brands like Kimco or something, where it's kind of like a CVT transmission. This is basically a fixed transmission, like it's in second gear. That's my understanding. So the low end torque on it's not going to be great, but I don't want my daughter to hit the gas and pop a wheelie, so that's fine. It takes off slow, no big deal. Not worried about that. No problems. I mean, I would have filmed it, but who wants to see a 6'4", 200-pound oaf running around on a little 125cc youth ATV? I mean, come on, not me. But I did turn the fuel shut-off valve to off because I am going to run the carburetor dry whenever I get done with it, even with all the additives I put. And man, I gotta tell you, I had to ride it for like 5 minutes just to run out that little bit of fuel, just what was in the fuel line and what's in the bowl of the carburetor. That's what I was saying as far as all the additives. Yeah, you gotta spend 20 bucks or whatever for all those additives, which, you know, if it's in your budget to do that, it's gonna last so long. It's just a good thing to do. It's hard not to justify it. Now, I will say, I know someone had said something about the gas caps being crap on these things, but you know this gas cap? Let me feel it. It's aluminum. This is an aluminum gas cap. It's actually really nice. Maybe that's something new. I don't know. Someone had said that in one of the older ones I was reading that the gas cap was garbage and you had to get a new one or something. I don't know. The battery is junk. No denying it. Because when I ran it out of fuels, it was running out. I had to crank it a couple times to get it back going to make sure it was all dry. And just after cranking on it a couple times, the battery was already starting to wear out. You could already hear it not going not turning the bike over full speed. So yeah, the battery's junk. I'm going to keep it on that battery tender all the time. So it'll do for now. Not going to sweat that. When it comes time, or when that one gets aggravating enough, I'll go ahead and get a new battery for it. I don't think it needs to be done right now. So anyway, that's it. The first run, I guess about 15 minutes, no problems. All the brakes work, the lights work, everything works on the bike. Seems like it's gonna be a lot of fun. Man, I'm kind of jealous. When I was a kid, I didn't have something like this till I was probably 10 or 12 years old. I don't know, not fair. Daughter's 5. Gonna spoil her. This is one thing I wish it didn't have. You see, I don't know if I can get it to focus on this thing. This. Who needs this? To me, this is just an electrical problem waiting to happen. It's some kind of key fob. It's an alarm. You hit the alarm. No, the alarm don't even work. I think it did. It did this morning. Well, anyway, whatever the case. Oh, I got it turned off. I don't know. It was working this morning. Maybe you got to turn the bike on. Oh, shit. Sorry about that. Wow, that sucks. Jeez. But it's got like a remote start on it. Like you can start it remotely from the key. And you can kill it from the key fob. I guess that's okay. I don't know. Yeah, you see your kid getting out of control. I guess you could kill it while they're riding it. That seems like it might be even a little dangerous. I don't think I'd want my kid going full blast or doing whatever and all of a sudden the bike just kills on them. I guess it's alright. But anyway, seems unnecessary. But whatever. Kind of wish it wouldn't have had that. But okay, so that's it. I'm going to shut my mouth. Said everything I need to say. And I'll probably wait until my kid rides it for a little while before I do anything else as far as videos and reviews. That's probably enough. But thanks for watching. And again, I hope people leave comments as far as the differences between this 2015 and some of the older ones. If there are improvements, maybe we could post them. People, this is a real good option for people who don't want to spend a lot of money on a first ATV. I know people like to say, well, you get what you pay for. And like I said before, yeah, I guess, I mean, when you can buy a full-size 250cc ATV for just a little more than a little kid's 90, and even not that much more than a 50cc ATV. A 50cc ATV, like a Polaris, will run you $2,000, and then you've got to pay tax, titles, license, all that junk. I mean, man, by the time you walk out the door, you're $2,400 or so into a bike. It's a 50cc. It just, man, it just doesn't. That seems overpriced. Of course, you know, I know the big names. They got to pay a brick and mortar shop. They got to pay commissions to their salespeople. You know, so I know they got to charge more. But you know, I'm just a guy who's trying to get my daughter a little ATV. I don't care what their expenses are. It's not my problem. I just want to get her something she can have fun on. And to me, $789 out the door. Shipped to my front door. This came with a free helmet, which I'm not going to use. It's not DOT certified. It's a cool looking little helmet, I guess. Came with a little pair of gloves for free. Little pair of gloves. These goggles, those are just toys. I don't know what I'm gonna do with those. It came with a thing to check the air in your tires. Came with a little toolkit, which I don't know. That's fine. It came with a little battery tender. I'm not going to use that. I'm just going to use the one I have over there. And this place I bought it from, I bought mine from Budget Power Sports. I think that's the name of it. They sell on eBay, and they've sold so many of these things, and they have really good positive feedback. So, you know, I know a lot of people say buy it local, but you know, locally there's only a couple places who sell these around here within like 30 or 40 miles, and really the one that's probably the largest is a little used car lot. I mean, come on, how much service are you going to get out of them? I'd almost rather just buy it from someone online who sells a ton of these things. They have a lot of parts listed, and that's another thing. Parts for these things, I know people said you can't get parts for them back in the day. That's all done. I mean, you can get anything for these little ATVs. I researched that pretty thoroughly before I bought this, and there's nothing you can't buy for these. There's parts everywhere. You know, it's the age of the internet. You can get anything. And these things, you can get upgraded parts. You can get the parts just like what come on it. There's just not a whole lot you can't do to these things. So that's another big plus from having so many of them out there, is that aftermarket manufacturers started to see the profits or the advantages of making aftermarket parts for these, because they're so plentiful now. You know, that's a big step in the right direction for people who want to buy them. So anyway, I know I said 20 minutes ago I was going to shut up, but now I'm going to. Thanks for watching the video. Post any feedback you have on the ATV. Thanks. Bye.